ignore all of the clutter over here. We're still unpacking. Hey guys. Yeah, we're talking about you. Come here. Either you're a lot heavier than I expected, or I've gotten significantly weaker over this moving process. You may not recognize him because he has a fresh haircut, but this is Pippin, and he is the only one that I actually went out in pursuit of. I wanted a dog at the time. I had a little Chihuahua. I wanted to get him a friend, so I got him in 2009, I guess. I had just started working at the vet clinic. So we're getting up there in age, and he used to be the springiest dog, and now looking back, that's probably contributed to the pain that he has. So I sort of have regrets about teaching him to jump and kind of go through agility training. He could jump from the floor up into my arms. Very, very boingy dog. And unfortunately, over the last few years, I've seen a lot of deterioration, especially in his hips, to the point where even jumping up on the couch sometimes takes him a few tries. And so watching that progression, whereas a lot of the other dogs I took in as elderly senior dogs, so I never really knew them in their prime, yeah, watching it happen is really hard. Obviously it's sad in either scenario, but knowing how he used to be and how he is now, I definitely want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to make him comfortable and try to help him continue to live that way as long as he can. Here's a surprise guest. This is Brody, the newest addition. His family was moving, and they were really trying to find someone who had experience with hairless dogs. Now, while this lighting is making us both look younger than we are, he is, in person, you can see his eyes are pretty much totally glossed over. He has very little eyesight. His hearing's terrible. He is ancient. I don't know exactly how old, but mid-teens for sure. So again, we are dealing with all of these same issues. There's a lot of joint pain and a lot of allergies. Oh, he's not gonna do it. Okay, well, his tongue only comes out of the side of his mouth because he doesn't have any teeth. He's an old mess. Now, his arthritis and pain doesn't seem to be as bad as Pip. And there's Dude, who I guess you can't really tell right now because he's being very springy. So he does this thing that we call the Doodle Mart, which is an affectionate way to describe how he walks due to his horribly advanced arthritis. His owners had him for 11 years, got a puppy, and then just decided the puppy was a better fit for their family. Doodle. Hi. Most of them are older dogs now, and with that comes a variety of ailments. Well, I worked at a vet clinic for a long time, and I don't think there's anything that can replace going to your vet on a regular basis. I am still a really big advocate for finding any kind of natural alternative. Not alternative, additional option, I should say. There's, yeah, just certainly some conditions that can only be treated with veterinary medicine, but there are some that I found that in conjunction with whatever your vet recommends, these products can be used to potentially help even further. The two specific issues that I've really seen a dramatic difference in my pets when using more kind of homeopathic, all-natural products would be for pain. And with the older dogs, there's a lot of joint pain, muscle pain, just like when we get older. Their bodies just kind of hurt. Some of mine have pretty advanced arthritis. And then the other really common issue that has a lot of different remedies outside of just veterinary prescribed medications would be allergies. What's interesting, I think these are probably not even just in senior dogs, but in dogs in general, probably the two most common issues, I would say, allergies and then just generalized pain and issues, joint support, muscle, even in young dogs, especially depending on the breed. Unfortunately, both of these issues present themselves in such a huge variety of ways that a lot of owners don't even necessarily recognize the symptoms that they should look for. So sadly, a lot of pets that suffer from one of these two things end up going untreated. So it's really important to familiarize yourself with some of the signs, because pets are great at hiding when they are not feeling well or suffering from pain. It's kind of a biological, it's like a biological defense mechanism, basically. They don't want other animals to know that they could be in a weakened state. So that's where it stems from. And yeah, just knowing your dog and what their general personality is helps, of course, but also just making sure you know what to look for. So for instance, with allergies, That can be anything from licking to chewing to scratching. It can be a skin allergy. It can be their eyes are teary, their ears are gunked up, they chew on their paws a lot, they can create hot spots. So a lot of behaviors that sometimes kind of are annoying to us are actually because they are suffering from some kind of allergic reaction. And there's a huge range of things that they can be allergic to, just like with people. So it can be anything from pollen to grass to something that they're consuming in their food, and it can be really difficult and expensive to narrow it down. So this video is actually sponsored by PetAlive. So PetAlive offers homeopathic options to treat a lot of different issues, but the two that I was most interested in trying were the ones to treat the allergies and the pain. They've sent me the muscle and joint support. This can actually be used with dogs or cats. I'm using it with my little old dogs, and it is in a capsule form. However, I opt to break them open and sprinkle it on their food, especially because the dose for their size is only half a capsule, which is great. This goes a really long way, even with all of my dogs. So they each split one of these. And this promotes muscle, joint, and bone health and comfort. And then, because I did kind of describe what issues my dog typically suffered from and really emphasize, I'm always looking for more ways to improve their quality of life by making them more comfortable at this stage in their life. So they sent me 2 different options for the muscle and joint pain relief. And so this is their liquid. And this one is, liquid drops, and it reduces joint pain and stiffness. And again, this one can be used for cats or dogs. This is administered by the dropper 3 to 5 times a day. Or if you are noticing that they seem to be in a lot of pain at any particular time, you can even increase that dose to every 30 minutes as needed for up to 2 days. I like this in conjunction with this. I think the 2 of these paired together work really well. Again, this is just a daily dose. It's kind of more management. It also helps prevent the condition potentially progressing, getting worse. And then this actually treats the symptoms themselves, so the pain. As long as the products are tested and researched and the ingredients are things I'm familiar with, I will pretty much advocate for any additional options for helping my pets be more comfortable. The final product that they sent me to try is the allergy spray, and as you can see, dog and a cat. So again, it can be used for either. This can be sprayed in their mouth or onto their food or even their water. Again, I opt for their food just so that I know that they're ingesting the full dose and I'm not having to battle, especially if you're trying to treat a cat with allergies. I can't imagine trying to spray this in their mouth. So I put it on their food, and it's 3 times a day. It relieves skin itching specifically. And I have Pip, Brody, Oink, and Dude. So yeah, all my old dogs have both the pain and the allergies. I want to thank PetAlive for reaching out to me. In addition to these products, they have a huge variety for multiple species, all available on their website. I will link all of that below. I don't think that any of this replaces veterinary medicine, but I absolutely think exploring these options and seeing if it does help your pet even a little bit is worth it. Anytime that I come across natural, potentially helpful solutions, I'm more than happy to team up with them and share them with you.